Hello and welcome to Reviews. Tonight I figured we'd take a look at Old Lady Harley. This is the first issue. At least DC has the nice ability to say, "Hey, this is just a mini-series." Um, Now I'm going to be honest. I like classic Harley Quinn. I'm not really into the whole Harley Quinn that she's become with the new 52. I followed her series up till about the time she joined the roller derby, and then even I had to kind of drop out of the book. Um, but saw this and picked it up because I loved Old Man Logan, and I know they're doing Old Man Hawkeye, but I haven't been reading that. Hey, can you tell my furnace is going? If you can't hear it, you can probably see it. Oh, God, I need to get some air filters or something in here. Um, can't get rid of all that dust in here. Oh, anyway, one last thing is tonight is the last opportunity for a chance to win this guy. The other one was sent out last week. This is the second one. I'll be giving it away tomorrow night, Saturday night, which is what, the 27th. I'll be doing a video tomorrow night to give that away. So just remember, subscribe, leave a comment saying whom you would like to see Walgreens do an exclusive villain of. Could be a repaint, could be a whole new mold like they've done with Thing here. So as I've been pushing, I want a Diamondback or a Secret Wars Doctor Doom. Those are two I want. I just want a Diamondback, really. But anyway, put this off to the side. Let's take a look at this book. Like I said, I dropped out of the New 52 Harley Quinn book. Although I guess they're not New 52 anymore. They're just DC Universe. So, I picked up what was it, the 50th issue a couple weeks ago, and I haven't read it. I still have a backlog of stuff to get to. Um, but yeah, I saw this. It's an entertaining cover. It's kind of nice Halloween theme right there. Um, I did see a variant cover that was pretty cool, but I wasn't about to pay. My store wanted to, $8 for it. I'm like, nah. That's a nice thick book though. So yeah, as you could tell, it does take place in the future, and it is kind of fun. It opens up with Cat Grant from originally from the Daily Planet, as she's at various locations because they're clones. Lex Luthor and the Legion of Doom have taken over Atlantis. Canada is now full of zombies. Um, Power Girl is the president of the United States. What's the female equivalent of a bromance? I find it kind of weird that they have this whole Power Girl Harley Quinn thing going on, but it's interesting. And they do a ad spot from the Condom King with a similar, Burger King type thing, where he's introducing his new fries up in Canada with eyeballs and poutine. And I'll be honest, I can't stand poutine. Although Italian dressing on French fries, especially the local Italian dressing, is delicious. So yeah, as you tell Future, please insert your mind chip. Please take it out now. Apparently that's how you get the news. And we cut back to then. And this is basically Harley Quinn flashbacking to murdering the Penguin after he destroyed her home, again and again. But once she finally killed him, everything changed. She couldn't lead her gang of Harleys anymore, so she packed up and left Coney with with the Joker. And as she says here, and you know what? That suited me just fine. So then we cut back to decades later, or in other words, now. And we have this kind of older tank girl Harley Quinn who, for being an old lady, she doesn't really have much saggage going on, does she? Just has some wrinkles in the face, got some nice abs going. Anyway, they're at a version of Cracker Barrel called Kraken Barrel, where, the funny thing is when I read this, she's getting attacked by a tentacle and it gets shot off of her, and Let's stop here, he says. I like their fish hens and dumplings, he says. I go up to the next page, and I actually read this about halfway through before I realized it was a Snickers ad. It just seemed as bizarre as anything else going on in this book. So yeah, then we get this nice 2-page spread of, excuse me, Harley Quinn and Red Tool fighting basically giant squids. I love comic books. Giant squids owning their own restaurant. Yeah. Down home country cooking by giant space squids. How the hell is that? Well, I'm going to say how. How the hell is that a thing anyway? Because comic books. That's why. And so, yeah, they have a little fight as they try to escape because apparently Red Tool grabbed the the squid waitress's ass accidentally. He doesn't even know how it happened. So they make their escape. Got to love their little General Lee with the 8 there. And Red Tool shoots out their tires. It was only about halfway through the book, and looking back, I did not even realize that Red Tool's captions were all, all tools. Light bulbs, buzzsaws, hammers. If you're expecting something serious, they went all out with not being serious. So they make their escape, and Harley Quinn has the little flashback. You got the nice little Fury Road thing here going on. And this is all a reference to, as they said, back in Harley Quinn number 42, the first Old Lady Harley story. I dropped the book by that point, so I have no idea, what's going on. And this is the problem I have with a lot of comics. DC seems to be a little bit better with it than Marvel, but I have to say, I don't know who the Red Tool is. I don't know if he's from this storyline. I don't know if he's in the current comic. But if you have a number 1 issue, people are going to know who Harley Quinn is, but give some type of recap as to who the characters are. If Red Tool is a new character for this, like I said, I don't know. I didn't look it up. Just be a little bit more reader friendly. I always refer back to Jim Shooter. Always treat every book like it's someone's first book. So yeah, I don't know who this Red Tool guy is. So as they're driving through, they come upon I thought these were the Mole Man subterranean guys here. As they're driving down the road, they end up getting shot with a monster gun. An actual gun that shoots monsters that enlarge and attack. It's awesome. I'm actually going to skip the next couple pages because it's really just the fight as they're fighting these giant monsters shot at them, and it ends up wrecking their car. So after their car is wrecked, we have this Clockwork Orange gang come out, and really ain't got the time for clock jerk orange or whatever the hell this is. So if you'll excuse us, but no, it's Fleck and the Laughing Boys who say they work for Joker. And I will say one thing. Sometimes the dialogue is the jokes land, sometimes they don't. But it's silly. It's just, oh wait, what? G. Willow Wilson is writing Wonder Woman now? Huh. I missed that. I don't know how I missed that. Anyway, so Red Tool grabs Harley and springs out with giant spring legs before one of the monsters and the Laughing Boys can get him. And the Joker is supposedly dead, but as Harley says, when it comes to the Joker, there's really only one place he could be. That comes to mind. So they steal a hot dog cart, basically, and they go to Gotham. And yeah, there's a lot of little stuff here. Says the lady who practically broke Joey Chestnut's world record on the way over. You're more wiener than woman at this point. That is a great line. Joey Chestnut, it's a shame what happened to him. Eaten alive by the cannibalistic hot dog people of Rigel 6. How ironic. It's the little things like this that make this kind of amusing. So they get to Gotham. Right, Tool can't get his Twilight Zone episode straight, and it just gets really weird. Burgess Meredith breaks his glasses and teams up with Julie Newmar to train Rocky to chase chickens. See, this is one of the things that, I actually laughed aloud at. Clock Jerk Orange, not so funny, but yeah, they get to Gotham and it's deserted. And this is just anyway, Azrael shows up to greet them. And of course, Harley is buds with Azrael, but he attacks them for being out after curfew. So she takes her bat and clocks his head off, but it turns out Azrael is actually a robot. And you get the nice little Shakespearean reference here, because if you have a decapitated head, you have to quote Hamlet. It's basically a literary rule at this point. And so then an army of Azraels come out after them, and Tank Girl Harley Quinn decides they're going to start fighting, and we get this fight where they just get overwhelmed, and finally all the Azraels take them down, and they wake up in the Batcave. My head feels like dozens of Azrael robots used it like a soccer ball. That's exactly what happened, dude. Yeah, like I said, some of the jokes work, some don't. And they wake up, and Harley says she recognizes she's in the Batcave. And Batman, is that you? You are correct again. Yes, I am indeed Batman. And beyond. So now we get the Batman Beyond. I'm not even sure which one this is supposed to be, if they're going to go with the actual Terry, or maybe isn't Tim Drake after Future's End, wasn't he Batman Beyond for a while, then it went back to Terry McGinnis, and yeah, I don't even want to, stupid book. I'm going through this kind of quick. Like I said, I'm trying to be faster, but also I didn't want to ruin some of the jokes. This is wild. It's one of those books that when you read it, it's like, okay, it gets silly, and you got that ad. It gets goofy. Yeah, some things may be. Well, that's actually a flashback, so I guess you can't be too dated on that. But yeah, sometimes I like my comic books silly. If you're going to be a comic book, sometimes I feel, some characters, it just works to just go completely out there and do whatever. Harley Quinn is one of those, and yeah, like I said, I prefer classic, black and red jumpsuit Harley Quinn. Although she's still like way overly sexualized as an old woman. But hey, if you have that body at that age, go ahead and flaunt it, right? Yeah, it's a silly book. It's a fun book. I'll be honest, I'm interested in it. If it's not going to take itself too seriously, the dialogue could use a little bit of work here and there. The art is perfectly serviceable. It conveys the storyline. There's just one part here where it felt like the dialogue didn't come out, it didn't really work very well. They have the joke about, Joker being dead. I mean, it's been decades, but people have come back before. Superman, Jason Todd, that nutty redhead chick that reads minds. Nice little rip on Jean Grey there. So in other words, you don't know for sure, but who would? Other than the Joker, obviously, he would know if he's dead or alive, one would think anyway. When it comes to the Joker, there's really only one place that comes to mind. The dialogue is kind of weird, who would know? There's only one place. It read kind of weird to me. There's only one place where the person would be, or something like that. The person to place thing. Maybe I might be nitpicky. Maybe I'm being nitpicky. It's late. I'm tired. I've had a long day, and yeah, cyber attacks at work just really eat up your time. And so yeah, this book, I recommend it. It's I'm going to be picking this up. I want to see where this goes, and so yeah, I highly recommend this book. Oh, okay, maybe not highly. I recommend this book. And like I said, I don't even like the current Harley Quinn, and I had a blast reading this. I had a lot of fun. If you absolutely can't stand Harley Quinn, yeah, maybe pass by on it. But if you're enjoying the current series, let me know. I haven't been reading it. I dropped it, so maybe I'll go back to it. So anyway, once again, thanks for watching. Remember, last chance, leave a comment. It is open to the U.S., Canada, and UK. Not sponsored by YouTube. Gotta say that. And yeah, so last chance. I'll be announcing the winner tomorrow. So. Uh, Anything else? No, I think that will cover it. So, and get a little bit quicker covering. Been trying to be a little bit faster on this. So, anyway, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.